Today's story is about a person who wants to test his fate. He put his food on a rock and hid himself in the bushes and started waiting for the fate to play its part. Hello, and welcome to our channel, The Art of Living 24/7. This is episode number 9 of Journey to a Better Self. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon button so you don't miss any of our interesting stories. Let's get started. Today's story is about a person who wants to test his fate. A person who was hungry, bought some food and wanted to eat, but just then he thought of testing his fate. He said to himself that I am hungry and I want to eat this food. There is a good chance that eating this food is in my fate. So let's test this hypothesis. He went outside the town to a wilderness, a place where usually no one's around, and sat under a tree with the food in his hands. He thought that maybe someone can see me here and can make me eat this food, so he thought of making it difficult for the fate. He put his food on a rock and hid himself in the bushes and started waiting for the fate to play its part. Only after a few minutes, some robbers gathered under the same tree and started planning their next act of robbery. They were engaged in conversation when suddenly they smelled the enticing aroma of food. That smell made them hungry, so they started looking for it and soon found the bag containing food over the rock. They were excited, but their leader said that warm and fresh food in this wilderness is very strange. He was sure that the food is poisoned and was put there by their enemy to kill all of them. The others agreed with him and start searching for the enemy. Soon they found that person hiding in the bushes and decided to make him eat this poisoned food so that he will die the same painful death he had planned for them. It's funny. I know. Marcus Aurelius also had faith on fate, he said. Something happens to you. Good. It was meant for you by nature, woven into the pattern from the beginning. If it's not in our fate, it can never harm us. The adversity we are facing now could not have been avoided by any means, and the adversity we have avoided was destined to be that way. Confused? I mean, you must be thinking that if your fate has all the control over everything that happens around you, then what's the meaning of your life struggle? Why bother going to your workplace every day? Well, a wise man was once asked, how much control do we have over our fate? The wise man asked him to lift up his right leg. When he did, the wise man then asked him to lift up his left leg too. He said, he cannot lift his both legs up at the same time. The wise man then said to him, you have that much control over your fate. Let me give you another example. Suppose visiting Europe is in your fate, and you have the desire to visit Europe as well, but you leave this desire upon your fate alone and do nothing. In such a case, you will never be able to visit Europe. You must play your part in your fate. You must do what's in your control. You pick your passport and your wallet and go to the airport, buy a ticket, get on board, and fly to Europe. This is how fate works. Have faith in fate. Whatever has happened was actually destined to happen, no matter what measures you would have taken to avoid. This faith in fate makes it comparatively easy for you to let go of the regrets of the past and fears of the future, and make it easy for you to focus on the present. Remember, this is your life. You are in charge of your life. You are in the driver's seat. I am sitting by your side, and we are on the journey to a better self.